Receiver man, let you be the hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Kifero, let you be the hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Oh, bon county. Now listen to me, my people. Let me tell you the story about a greedy hunter. Hey! He passing on royal line to the people, yeah. The people told you are wicked, we never believe it. Now you are proving yourself. Give the people chance, greedy hunter. Right now, if you rock your way, in the middle of the night, I had a dream. Then I saw Bon County crying. Go and tell my people, I'm crying. Because the leader fighting each other. I'm crying so much. Then I wake up in the middle of the night. Then I call my beautiful wife. I say, comfort Colette. I had a dream, baby. I saw Bon County crying, say, the leader fighting each other. Then I call my little son. I said, Jenny, don't suck it. Do not be like the greedy hunter or a riot. Don't be a good boy. Greedy hunter, Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Bon tire with you, greedy hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Everyone tired with you, hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Kifero, let you be the hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. They got money, they lying, they are all wicked people. Wicked people, be careful. Now listen to the story. Listen to the story. Hey, well. Get our jeans, get our jeans, get our jeans, get our jeans, get our jeans. So get our jeans. He passing on you're boasting everywhere, man. He's a political sucker. Don't mind him. He's a political sucker. We know you're lying or a riot to the people. Oh yeah. There's your May 2011. They all left from Bon County, yeah. They went to the parliament to represent Bon County, my people. When they came back on the 17th, many of them fall. Yeah, my people. Those that suffer, when they went by in the house, he told his friend, he said, can you please help me to become the normal assessment of Liberia, so that I can bring development? Then I stood by him, he got a job. He was showing one of his friends, oh a riot. This is my friend. He's a very nice man. He's a wealthy man. Let us give him the chance for the second time, so he can lead Bon County to the Senate. When you show him man or a run, now know what deceiving him. Amen. In the 3rd minute time, that same man he was showing.
For you to get, okay, is there in the budget. For anybody, I challenge anyone to say we took it out of the budget. Why is it doing the budget? There's public record. Go to the Ministry of Finance website. I'm showing you public record, the final budget signed by the President of the Republic of Liberia. I repeat some of you that just come in. Look here. Legislative engagement in public accessibility, zero under government of Liberia on 0563. Look here, 2022, fiscal year, 3.6 million. This is it. I'm not arguing off record.
So why is
okay? No, the thing here is that for the house, I will tell you, I'm in an administrative position, and truth has to be told to all. Okay, we put in because the government cannot give the money up from now because the government is still generating revenues fiscal year up to December. So what we did is that we got a resolution sent to the bank to get the $30,000. But obviously the bank will have an interest. And the interest is $4,000, so that's why we received $26,000.
Each of the house, another house.
I'm telling you, whether the Senate have received it or not, I'm telling you it's in the budget. It's for every one of us wanting to.
So my name is Winston Blady. Some say it in January, others say it's in June. When exactly did you receive?
Let me say this to you. I will not speak further on it. But what I can say to you clearly, I can say to everyone here, what I say, I stand by it. I have no regret. It left with you in the media, it left with the public. To get a copy of the budget, it's on the website of the Ministry of Finance. You can get a copy of the budget, 2020 budget. You go to page 3. Page 3 of the budget. This is it. National budget, page 3. Okay? You go to the one line item is 0563. 0563. That is it. 3 point something. So who lying here?
My name is Springs.
No, the reality. No, let me real now. Who is lying?
That's the question.
No, the question. You got to decide that. Whether Gray is saying the truth, or whether those of them who are committed themselves to the Liberian public and say everything that Nigeria will say. The last time the Senate got 20,000, it was Snow who said it. They don't say it on spoon. He said, we got this amount of money. Do you know that there's 45,000 places in the budget for vehicle? Did Senator, they don't say that to the public? Did he say that?
Have the money been given?
For the Senate, the money is supposed to go to the vendor. Once it's generated, it will go to the vendor, like I've said. But it's that. They don't make a commitment with the Liberian people that you will not receive any kind of cost such amount of money. In fact, you will never receive a new car. But you voted for the budget. There's the first one. There's not a recap budget I'm discussing. There's from January to December budget yet.
2022.
Yes, 2022. Senator Delon, you call that he voted for it. He voted for 45,000 for a new vehicle. Every one of them.
Is it insincerity that is being pushed back?
I think the problem here is that people don't want to be sincere. So if the Senate argue, for example, say they took it off, where you put it? Then they agree.
When the budget has been passed.
No, they said they argued that they were going to take it off, right? So if you talk about the money, it means there will be reduction in the original draft budget. Was there a reduction or increment? Go do your research.
Budget was increased.
So if you took it out, for example, there will be reduction. So you talk about where you put it. You put it to education? Because we can reappropriate. Did you put it to health? Because I want to take a public debate with anyone.
It's honorable.
Anybody. On the subject matter. Okay. And they cannot defeat the facts. It's in the budget. It's really not there.
So you are suspecting.
It doesn't matter where I'm from.
It's
about integrity issue.
You are suspecting that money was being allotted but diverted to another event.
My friend, the money is in the budget they were appropriated for.
Representative Gray.
Who get it when? Whether the Senate got it today or they got it tomorrow, is there.
Is it
so if the Senate said they don't, if people in the Senate, I want to say Senate. Because actually, if you listen to my interview on Spoon, I say I don't speak for the Liberian Senate. If you listen to me, Kennedy. So if the Senate said they took it off, but it's still reflected here.
One of the police are alleging that they have not gotten a dime of the money you distribute.
My friend, there's no lower horse here. One important thing, for example, Yaga Korba admitted that I received $26,000. This money, perfect record. What was it for? He said operation. Yeah, when we're generating such amount of money, you can pass it through the operation plan.
Yeah, Representative.
Okay? It's no crime. So it's 30,000, that's what I said to you.
My question
but
is,
when there's an interest, because you're taking the money here, no bank will give you money with interest. Okay?
Meaning the proper money is not being generated here.
Yes, so it depends. If you want to go take an overdraft, for example, if I'm not taking pay and I get a good rapport with my bank, I want to go take an overdraft, for example, 1,000. Maybe they will give me 800. Okay.
The argument here is some of the police, Representative James Colette, he said this morning publicly that he has not received a dime.
Let me say this to you. I don't speak for Jim Colette. There is a resolution at GT Bank of $30,000 that we were giving 26,000
for all lawmakers.
Not only that, in the house. Not only that,
for all
lawmakers. I said in the house. Listen to me. Not only that, but the record is here. So, gentlemen,
is it possible, sir? Is it possible that this money, the Senate take off theirs while yours remain? Is it possible at all?
It depends on where the money was shifted. So, if the Senate money is shifted to the Senate, for example, they can make a determination.
But this is the final.
Excuse me, I'm talking about the legislature. Okay, I am talking about the legislature. It's something. I'm a veteran here. I know what I'm saying. Okay, I know what I'm saying. So this is the final budget. I agree with you. So the money is there. It's reflecting. Thank God.
So how can it be shifted?
It's reflecting. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If they did it and they collected it through operation, it's for the Senate to say that. If the House of Representatives collected through operation, it's for the House to say that. But the fact of the matter, nobody can deny that is not reflected in the budget, the final budget. So people telling me they voted for the budget, they don't know what was there.
Is that the case?
No, I ask a question. It's a rhetorical question that you might ask them. You need to hold people feet to the fire under the doctrine of the basis
That
of the
they voted for
3.6
the
million in the budget.
budget. You didn't know what's in it.
No, you see it there.
What have you
You
prioritized?
see the smart people that are passing around. They don't know that about all behind the head looking at everything. He doesn't know that 3.6 in the budget.
What have you prioritized?
And the budget there was signed since February. We are in July. So every office has a copy of this budget. If there were any default on the budget, they will have raised it.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you.
That be realistic. So the evidence is empirical. I want to repeat. The evidence is empirical that the 3.6 million is in the budget. It's there. And you should, there's the president's signature. The final budget to every office in the legislature.
Representative Gray,
Yes.
what have you prioritized allotting 30,000 to yourself?
It's a fiscal year. It runs from January to December. So some of the activities I'm involved in my district encompasses that.
Are you
Okay, until the fiscal year is a whole year. It's 12 months.
Are you on
Okay,
projects
so-
that they should be doing?
If you say they should be doing, did the law say they should do this? No, excuse me. Let's be realistic. Did they say they should do it?
Many of police have argued that
No, I'm not arguing that.
they need
Did
to
they
build
say-
toilets, they need to build market and all those stuff.
My friend,
You have
Let's-
county social development.
Excuse me. County is not this. Okay, let's take responsibility for that. You see the nomenclature? So we shouldn't contradict.
So my own concern
The reality
is the very public, the very citizens that elected you have complained about you allowing this amount to yourself. Why can't you just the next budget?
When you say citizens,
yeah, because it's a public.
excuse me, if an opposition stand and cry on a ground, why do some people just cry? That one on a grade is a bitter name for the opposition. It's a bitter name. The level then alone, I will die tomorrow morning. Okay, you know why the people in the opposition shame some of them? I've spoken to some of them. You know why they're trying to cover out the defense? Because they thought they don't know that lie. For the men to even vote for 45,000 in the budget of the ego, that lie there. That lie.
Did you do this?
Yo, no, excuse me. You vote for 45,000 in the budget for the ego. Leave the 30,000 all down. That lie.
Why they don't?
What defense? What? Because he responded today, so I'm responding to
Maybe
him.
not vote for the budget.
I didn't respond to him because in my interview was Spoon. Go there. I never mentioned Senator Dillon. No, I never mentioned him. In my interview with Spoon on this man. Okay, well, the Spoon people who said they have evidence that all lawmakers received it. I didn't say that. But for the fact that you respond to me and call yourself light, that the dollars lie in the history of the country. We don't want that. We don't want that. Even in the darkest era, we can put that there. Even people will be Jen, you cannot put such a dollar like that. Okay? Admit first that you voted for a budget that get car in it.
Under your watch as a government, there is huge insecurity in the country. Every day, deaths are reported. People are falling in the streets, and you have the security sector as well complaining that they do not have logistics. Don't you think, as a sitting government that want to be re-elected, it would have been prudent for you, especially going to election next year, to have the security budget increased?
Let me say this to you. Security budget are always bound to increase. Probably not even reading the budget. I think, look, as informed. There's no white chicken sitting in our legislature for someone to come and say that I white chicken, I rooster here. You know, we gotta be real. You receive money to spend on the people, you gotta spend the money. And I want to be direct. Senator Dillon should spend the money on the people when he receive it. He made commitment of 5,000 every month to Monserrato County. He received nothing less than 60,000 United dollars. And 45,000 now for a vehicle. Nobody should kind of mislead the general public. We got to be real. The essence of that is to crisscross the county. The records must be visible. Timolene, Ben, or Doc, you people support the candidates. Or Democratic citizens will vote for a candidate and publicly disagree with that candidate is the candidate default on the commitments being made. It's very wrong. The country we're all running, I will say to you, Ben talk about reform. Reform is necessary. There's no debate about legislative reform. Even our votes, The Deputy Speaker just presented an amendment to the rules. Our vote should be public. So no one can come and say, I didn't vote, or I voted this way. You want to lie to the public. The next problem I have is that the journalists, they okay, they ban the rest of the people. They know who all can vote because we can vote open. We don't vote in executive session. The rules forbid us to vote in executive session. So the journalists should be able to say, your reporters at the Capitol building should be able to inform you that this is how Akaras voted on the issue. This is how.
For lawmakers, this allegation has brought public outcry, and I owe it a duty to my employers. My employers being the people who employ me with their votes, and I also owe it to my character, my reputation. Let me be blunt. I have received no 30,000. Senator Abraham Douglas Dillon, I have received no 30,000. Since I became senator 2019, I took a 10,000 loan from GT Bank and I paid. Since 2019, I've not taken any loan. I don't even owe a social club. Anybody who says lawmakers are in the habit of channeling their bribe through banks, bank loans, and then government pays, it is an open challenge to anybody to bring me any source of loan that I've taken besides 2019, I think October or November, when I took a 10,000 loan from GT Bank. Besides that, any other, and I am giving a power of attorney to all the banks. I'm authorizing all of the banks to release any information that they have on me to the public without coming back to me for verification. I haven't taken loan. I don't engage in those stuff. If I should take loan, private loan, why should government pay? So those who say, oh, they're taking loan and hiding money through loan, the challenge is there. If you bring me any loan document from the bank and the payment is channeled through the government system with the traces of the record, I will leave this office today. Today. So I just want to be, let me tell you something. When the $30,000 came, we raised it. It been in the budget for some time. We raised it. There was public outcry. And being one who believes that he serves the pleasure, the will and pleasure of his employers, the people, we listen to the outcry. We listen to the anger. We listen to the disagreement over this budget line. And so when the budget came, the draft budget came here. It was in the draft budget. Here is a copy of the draft budget. Here is the draft budget. For those of you who probably don't understand this budget issue, when budget comes here, it has the legislature. The legislature, if the legislature is appropriate, projected to have 20 million as legislature, you will see 20 million for the legislature. The both houses meet, and the tradition has been that I met here is that 66% of that 20 million will go to the House, and the rest will come, the 33% will come to the Senate because of the number, the membership. So when you see 20 million projected for the legislature, then 66% is for the House of Representatives and 33% for the Senate. Those of you who have toured with this budget before, you see here, it says legislature. Under the legislature, if they projected this for 20 million, they will break it down in both figures. And then under the same budget, They get House of Representatives spreading their 66%, and they have Senate spreading its 33%. Here's the draft budget. It carries legislative engagement. Here is the printed version of the budget. The printed version of the budget. This is the draft. Here's the printed. It carried the same sum of 54 million for the entire legislature, 33% for the Senate, 66% for the House. Then they gave the same budget line item, the legislative engagement and public accessibility still in it. Printed version of the budget. When you come to the Senate, 33%, there is nothing in it. We took it out. We insisted that this was unbearable to our people and bringing unnecessary distraction and killing some of our voices. So we insisted that it be removed. And once we remove it, they started to remove it from any budget. I just stated in session a budget line. We passed a budget for youth and sports. 750,000 for the youth center. The printed version is not there. They took it out. So the printed version sometimes comes with things that we did not pass on or things that they wanted to put in the budget, but they did not put it in the draft because they know I don't want to sign that. Most of them read it after they finish printing it. In fact, it took 5 months for them to send this printed version of the budget after our insistence and consistency demanding the printed version of the budget. We passed a budget here of $84 million for domestic debt. That's what was on the record. The printed version of the budget came back with 69 million. How did they reduce? Without the knowledge of the legislature is a different thing. So I wanted to say to this to our people, I wanted to be clear. I wanted to be clear that I wanted to be clear that this deal, no $30,000. This CD are sitting in. I'm ready to give it out today. If those who think fighting to bring Dillon down can use this issue, those who say to go to bank for loan, I put out the challenge. From the day I became senator, the only bank account I have is with UBA, and that's what the government has. The Ministry of Finance has my personal bank account for the purpose of depositing my salary and allowances. I am placing the Ministry of Finance on record with a challenge. Besides my benefits and allowances, my salary meaning, if the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Finance or any institution have deposited a dime in our account at UBA, up to when we're sitting, more than my salary, something else other than my salary, I'm ready to get this shit up today. Today. I'm aware of the consequences of the beating I got as a result of what I did with my ticket issue. I talk about that ticket issue all the time to remind myself never to do it again under any circumstances. That ticket issue was brought upon myself. I beat myself sufficiently. I've spoken to my people. They have decided to let it go because I'm a human being. I can never bring another thing to revisit any such foolishness. So those of you who have been running around saying, you know, Councilor Valencia gave a parable in the Supreme Court in 2007 when he was representing the legal interests of former Speaker Edwin Snow. The manner, the way they wanted to remove him as Speaker, breaking all the laws down, he said something in the court. He said there's a rat in your house giving you hard time, and you won't get rid of the rat. What is a sensible thing to do? To set trap for that rat or to break the whole house down? They won't break the whole house down to look for quote-unquote Dillon. You can't find Dillon like that. Find something credible. This other one, you'll miss the mark. You'll try harder. When I described the cabinet retreat as 5-minute cabinet retreat and 2-hour football, they caught the people off guard. When I stood on the legislative floor on Tuesday to tear the recount budget apart, with sources of revenue very questionable, including 30 million to be endorsed by this legislature without legal reliance of the company that the government is taking the money from, it caught them off balance. When I stood up and voted against the raw fund decision made here by the legislature in the majority, it caught them off balance. I want to tell my people, the Dillon you elected is a human being. I'm not perfect, I'm not an angel, but I always strive to live by good conscience. I know how many persons rely on what we do. I know how many persons have hope that Liberia can live again because of us. We can't sleep a day, man. It's not possible. Let me close and re-emphasize. From President Weah to the least person in the government, you go to any bank, I'm giving public authorization to the banks in this country. I know some of my friends in the media. I hope you're listening to me because this thing is recorded and clear. I said beside a 2019 10,000 loan I took from GT Bank, which has been paid on my constituency money, I have never taken any loan anywhere, not in Liberia, not in other Liberia, no, I haven't. If we're taking loan, if this Dillon taking loan for the government to pay, has taken loan for the government to pay, I challenge the government of Liberia. Since I am the most sought after public official in this government, and if this government is doing wheeling and dealing with me, it is about time. Since I just see everybody want, especially the government, I'm ready to give it all today on courage, if they can prove it. No loan for no bank or any fiscal arrangement. No loan for no bank on my own since 2019. They said people taking loan this year, some 26,000 or what kind of 1,000, you go bring the loan on. You go bring direct the loan up. When you take loan from the bank, it has documentary trail. And if the government's arrangement on some bogus thing, the government has record to show that they pay off your loan. I'm ready. I was shocked, but sometimes when people are looking for you, they don't listen to what the person who they rely on saying. The gentleman who brought this noise about missed the mark. But he said something. He said, oh, he said, I know that everybody in the house received this morning. Senators too? No, I can't speak for the Senate. I can't speak for the Senate. If you can't speak for the Senate, then how is it that everybody upon concluding that Dillon must have taken? I'm sorry for this country. It's like, oh, the people stole. Dillon stole too? Oh, no. Oh, the post stole. Dillon stole too? No. They're all right. I want to give God the glory that I'm being used as the compass by both my admirers, my supporters, and my vocal critics. Those who even want to drag me down for whatever reason. I am grateful and humble to God that I'm being used as that compass for integrity in public service. That when everybody steals, if it happens, and one Dillon steals, it's okay. When everybody steals and Dillon joins them, then the country is in panic mode. That alone should inform me that too much depends on this small shoulder. We can let it come down. I want to thank you.
The Senator will accept 3 questions. Yeah. Tommy Kennedy. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. I'm concerned, Senator. You've been on a attack from
those guys want to sit where we sit. So they are coming, some of them are coming through radio now, television, and acting. But I don't blame them. I blame, some of our slave masters we have here who paying them. So if you paying them, you paying money to Spoon TV, I'm calling you slave master. You are there giving them money to undermine this government. They are not helping this government. Gentlemen in the studio, ladies and gentlemen out there, I want you to listen and listen rationally. During the war, if somebody like former General Bodnik, Milton Bly can call, but there are other people who can tell you that during the war, I was here cleaning carcasses from the roads, feeding people. So I have been holding this ground a very long time before these angels of death or birds of the serpent, now the dragon, come here to act as if, they are saviors of Liberia. That other lady who says she holds a PhD or master degree who sits on that Spoon TV, if she insults me any time again, because this is an insult, you lie on me. It is written in the Bible, these 6 things that the Lord hates, yea, the 7th is an abomination. The first one, it is said, that's Proverbs 6:16. The first one is said, a proud look. The second one, a lying tongue. They lied on me. The recast budget was passed. It was passed without some of us knowing what was happening. So I said in the chat room, the recast budget has been passed. I want my benefit. And those wicked people, those fools, those foolish people, not being wise, not being grammatically inclined, they misinterpreted, I want my benefit to be kickback. What is a kickback? You can define kickback, or you take the dictionary right here, define kickback. I say I want my benefit. Rogers, this government is owing us from the 53rd, because it is administrative continuation. From the 53rd, they are owing us benefits. But this particular setting for this year, we are being owed, this is the 4th month for lubricants, gasoline, other issues, our district development fund. So if I request for my benefit, you tell me I'm asking for a kickback?
Who accuse you of that?
Kickback.
Yes.
And this is the Chambers. Okay, the Chambers Dictionary and Thesaurus. Kickback. A part of a sum of money received that is paid to someone else for help or favor already received or to come, especially if this is illegally given.
Yes. So my benefits are illegal. Are my benefits illegal? What I'm supposed to receive that is documented, is it illegal? Let me tell you people something. Whether Spoon wants to run, he's looking for a district to run or a county to run. I'm inviting him, or the 4 of them over there, or the 5 of them who spoke ill of me. Those who never spoke ill of me, I'm not speaking to you. When I misuse any word here, I'm speaking to those who spoke ill of me.
Yeah, take your time.
Yes. If you want to come and run, I'm inviting you. Come, we'll find an apartment here for you. You will come and rent it. You sit there and you can't run against me. But don't lie on me. Don't misuse words on me. English 101, reading comprehension is the topic. I said I want my benefit. This government is owing us. But guess what? I don't even want to go there. There are ministers here, they have cleared their gasoline already for July. If you don't be careful, August, we are still being owed 4 months. Then you say I shouldn't ask for my benefit. Where is the kickback I'm asking for? Let me tell you something.
Honorable George, somebody said, we know Honorable George, he doesn't mince his words. So since you're in the public space, everything you say now, they don't want gossip. Who are those people, ministers, according to the text? Who are those people who have received?
I said the ministers, the executive branch. They have, let me tell you something. I don't want to cause commotion in this country. It's what these hypocrites are looking for. But I can tell you that the finance minister has gotten his gas already for July. So what about me? Right now.
You said ministers.
Listen to me. I've given you one.
Okay.
I don't have to give you 2, 3, and 4, and 5.
No, because you said.
Okay, add the Minister of State there.
Okay, Nathaniel Bongi, the president.
McGee. McGill.
No, but somebody said, I know, but hey, man, let's go ahead. Go ahead, Uncle Josh. Just go ahead.
No, man, stop joking.
I'm not joking, but the name is Bongi.
No, I don't know you to be Bongi. I don't know you to be Bongi.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, they have gotten theirs. Is it wrong for me to request what is rightfully mine?
No.
So, as Spoon FM, I just want to warn them. To be frank, I was coming here this morning. I was coming to misuse words on them because it's like this. If the mother was a harlot, the daughter will be a harlot. If the father was a thief, the son will be a thief. Maybe Weatherspoon's father was a thief, so he wants to be a thief.
Take your time, Uncle Josh.
You know?
So in short,
how you doing, my friend and brother?
Alhamdulillah, man. God is good, man. My health is strong, and I'm so glad that I am a participant when it comes to this political conversation. In an effort to make our country, Liberia, a better place. But right now, from President George Weah to the last person, especially leadership, I consider them jokers. They are all jokers. High-profile, white-collar criminals. From the executive to the legislature to the judiciary. We ain't got no leadership in Liberia right now. They are all jokers in high places. We need to declare national prayer for our country, because this group of people if these people succeed themselves to be leaders of our country after 2023, we will be done as a country. It'll be back to you.
Thank you very much, my friend and brother Francis. I have been good. You know, I just feel sorry for our country, Liberia. I just feel sorry. That's the reason why, one point in time, Manise ADD called this guy Zogos. Moses Ascara Gray. One point in time, ADD called him Zogos. And I strongly believe he have even passed that limit. For God in heaven's sake, each of those guys in the national legislature, for them to be receiving 30,000.
45,000 for vehicles.
And for the 5,000 for vehicles, amen. Every year that pass, every budget year that pass, this guy got to buy a vehicle for themselves.
So the vehicle is estimated to last for only 1 year.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me that one of the CDC lawmakers that he having 8 vehicles. Thomas Fala. 8 vehicles. And then they come out to say that the country is broke. The country is poor. But I like, in that legislature there are men that are there. Men like ADD. Because he saw to it that the 30,000 that they received previously, ADD received enough largesse from that. They went back to the house. Nyomblekanga came here, we gave her enough largesse. Jonathan Barcha came here, we gave him enough largesse. Why the peasants, the old man, and the papine, they are suffering. Some of our brothers and sisters cannot even afford a meal a day. And then you guys are taking 30,000. The hacker, when they went back, they said, the 30,000 here, we not want it no more. The 30,000 here, it is good, but we not want it. The horse, they can call back. Mother Ascar Grace not lying. They can call back a tester to it that he received. So the horse said, no, we don't want it. The representative said, no, we want it. 30,000 plus 45,000. Vigo. Hey, man. Why suffer the Liberian people like that? But you know, our God that we serve, he is not asleep. That is the reason why 2023 will boot them out. Will boot them out. What is the essence of you people signing for 30,000 each? 30,000 each. That's the reason why I can sometimes call Liberia. Liberia is not a country. Liberia is not a country. Liberia is a place. Liberia is not a country. Something wrong with us. Something wrong with us. Something really wrong with us. For us to be treated in a kind of manner, and then the president is dancing, saying that they went for cabinet retreat. We're coming for that discussion here Monday. We're coming for that pledge, what they went for to Nimba. We're coming for that Monday. It's like the Liberian people does not matter to this Ghana. The Liberian people does not matter. The people problem does not matter to none of them. Huh? Francis, back to you, because back to you, then we'll open the phone line so our audience can be able to call here and be able to express what is on their mind. So our audience can be able to express themselves what is on their mind. Let me give you a chance so you can run your commercial, then we'll come back. This thing is sickening. Really sickening.
All right, folks. Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting Immigration Services. We have a big good news. You know, everything I say here, it is on our webpage, okay? Our social media webpage. Telephone numbers especially, and the company name or agency, whatever you call it. So DED, EAD for Liberians. The rule makers have already simplified the presidential memorandum signed by Joe Biden on June 27, 2022. That means that if you came to the United States on visiting visa or whatever means, maybe tourist visa or maybe student visa, before 2017, May 20, you can get paper. Now you can get paper to go to work. That's all that means. There's a slight difference between Donald Trump era and this one. So if you want to file for your loved ones, mom and dad, children, husband, if you marry, or wife, you want to do your U.S. citizenship, maybe you've been here 5 years on green card, or maybe you want to do some form of adjustment. You can, you overstay your visa, maybe you can to visit, whatever that is. Even if you're a government official or civil servant from Liberia or other part of the world, and maybe as a result of marriage, we can do that adjustment for you. You know, do your paperwork and give it to immigration, and you will get results. So our numbers are 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693. Before I forget, including fiancé visa, okay? 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693. The 267 mostly is our WhatsApp number, but we also answer regular calls on the two. So, but you can decide which number you want to call. So that is that. AB, our topic this morning is what's on your mind. Speak out. This is the time to do so. So when history is recorded, our participation, our contribution will be checked. What we did for Liberia when there was a dark cloud hanging over our country. Other people did their part though, and we got to do our part. But this morning, what's on my mind? There are so many things on my mind. I'm not going to be able to say everything here based on time and the opportunity to give you two to say yours. The first thing I want to say this morning is our local journalists in Liberia, they are very lazy. Majority are lazy. They don't really ask critical questions because they don't research. They do not research. AB, as a public policy analyst and consultant, national budget all over the world has three major components. Number one, the budget is a projection. If you project $5, you collect $5, then the projection remains standard. If you project 5, I want to simplify it so our people can understand it. If you project 5 and you do not get 5, maybe you get $4.50, that's a budget shortfall. Then we got budget recast. Then we got budget performance. So if you project, you collect, and you already targeted for that you already targeted priorities for that $5 to be used, you don't have to do anything. The budget stays as it is. If we fall into budget shortfall, then we got to go for budget recast, meaning what we projected, we're not able to collect it. So we got to reduce spending. If we project, we get more than what we got, that is surplus. Then we still got to go back and do budget recast to reallocate money that we got more than what we expected to priority Israel. Unfortunately, government Liberia get no priority anyway. So the last component is budget performance report. AB, for God in heaven's sake,
I have not seen no budget performance report. Never.
All the things the people talking here, all the things the people talking, legislators, especially the House and the Senate, especially the senators.
I'm telling you.
Our country people say the baby was say their man can't sleep, they too they can't sleep. It is laughable. It is embarrassing. It is ridiculous and unacceptable for us to have lawmakers that crying wolf that the executive have not paid them their legal benefits. You don't need to say that. And the only reasons why they are saying that is because they have refused to do their job. The Constitution, 1986 Liberian Constitution, gave lawmakers 3 constitutional legitimate responsibilities. Number 1 is representation. Number 2 is lawmaking. Number 3 is oversight. We have to do the small elementary teaching here because it appears that things are so difficult. It's so difficult to do government and the Liberian people work in Liberia the way people portray. It is easy. The reasons why it has become so difficult to do because we don't have honest, authentic, sincere people in our governance space. That is the reasons why everything just difficult the way they say it. It is just difficult to handle, my people. That's not true. Look at the big country here. Look at the big country here. You got people say things they got no understanding of it. You got people just come on the radio, the journalists are not that educated, they're not doing no research to critically question people in our public space. ADD. This is my question to ADD. And my brother, I do not agree with him. AB, I do not agree with him. If you do not know our audience, I want to say thank you for joining us and come back to join us. Our system of government is based on bicameral system. That is the same thing here in America. And somebody should be asking me a question. Are they political sound up to international level? So I know what I'm talking about. Most democratic countries, that is why it is, including the United States. If the House of Representatives pass any law, including the national budget, it go to the Senate, they may change it, it got to go back to them. Because they disagree. Then they come in with conference committee. Certain people from the Senate and certain people from the House of Representatives. So if the House of Representatives agree on that draft budget and it became a law as the way we see it, it is printed now into handbook. And they are getting the $30,000 and you tell me say the senators are not going to get that $30,000 and they are combined legislature 65% and 35%, whatever that is. That's a discrepancy. If the senator said they're not going to take the $30,000 because they received largest from the people, then the House of Representatives should agree with them. That budget is not supposed to be signed or approved by them. They're supposed to send it back to the conference committee so that both of them can have unanimous agreement. That's how it is. So you can't get some money to members of the House of Representatives and the senators don't take it. And the senators, as a single institution, do not have the legal and constitutional authority to reshape that money. They do not. So let's assume we don't want it. Where they send it, that is question the general is supposed to ask. Mr. DeLong, if you say you are taking out, it stay in the budget according to a category. I'm not looking at that budget, okay? Because they already failed that budget anyway. They didn't call for budget performance and they approved the other one, okay? So if that money is still in the budget and the senators don't have it, good job. Where you send it? Where did the senators send that money on their own? Because in the first place, the lawmakers don't have any constitutional authority to spend money and to ship money on their own. It has to be done based on bicameral system. Both houses have to agree. It goes to the president signs on it, it becomes a law. So they are telling us they approve the budget, they remove that money for themselves and shape it in other directions, whatever that direction is, or without the consent of the House of Representatives, which is not supposed to be the case anyway, without the consent of the president, because the president said on it. So the bigger question now is...
But you understand, Eddie said that the budget that which the two horses signed.
My brother, I'm telling you that's not true.
Anyway,
it's flat way. It is not true. Both
what
houses
is
approved that budget.
not true? What is not true?
What is not true is that money in the budget. The money is there.
But
the
you,
senator, but
63% of that total money it is for the lower house.
I agree. 63% for them. The balance percentage for the senator, but they are still combined. Okay?
Yeah, but
their budgets.
But it's still combined. But the budget line make it explicit. The budget line make it explicit that it divide the senators and it divide the House of Representatives from the senators.
I agree with you.
Okay.
But the ADD gave you answer where they put the money.
That money is not allocated for the upper house.
Where is it? It is in the draft budget. They meant to split the thing.
Yeah, but it is in the draft budget for the lower house.
No. It is in the draft budget for both.
No.
He said they took it out.
No.
Where they put it?
No. I will play that clip back again. I will play that clip back.
No.
I will play that clip back.
We will come back to that. Say you want to play the game for ADD. The simple question.
But I believe ADD more than Moses Ascar Gray, because Moses Ascar Gray said that he never called ADD in. And I'll play you a clip that he called ADD in his interview on Spoon FM. All right. So I trust ADD. I trust ADD more than Moses Smoking Gray.
AB, it is your right to trust ADD. I'm not trusting nobody. I'm trusting the budget law. The budget law is what I'm trusting, and our system of governance.
Okay.
Our system of governance does not agree to that. So the simple question I'm asking you, saying you are playing devil advocate for ADD. The ADD tell us where they put the money, where they ship that money, send them not taking it.
The money that Moses Ascar Gray is talking about, that money never went. ADD displayed the budget. ADD never displayed the budget. Did you see that money displayed in the budget for the Senate? Did you see it there for the Senate?
That's the reason I'm asking you a question. It is not there for the Senate. It is there for the House of Representatives. Our system of government does not allow that. Where is the money? Say it's not there for the senators.
But the money it is the money that was allocated in the budget. That money was allocated in the budget for the lower house, not the upper house.
No, that's not true. ADD said it was allocated in the draft budget. They took it out.
Okay.
Where is it? He said they took it out. They don't want it. Where is it?
No.
Answer my question. Where is the money? He said they took it out. That's why he said they removed it, because they received laches from their people. Where is the money? Because the budget still remains the same. It's still the same amount. If you took portion,
it is not the same amount. It is not the same amount because.
That's not true.
No, it is not the same amount because there were 80-something million for domestic debt, and there was 6 million for the domestic debt. So the domestic debt, the final budget, it decreased. So it was not the same amount. So you understand, for ADD, that money was allocated into the draft budgets. But into the final budget, into the print budget, wherein the president signed, it is not indicated, and ADD show it clearly. What is that? ADD show it clearly.
Our people got to
and the Senate and the, okay.
I got plenty thing on my plate for what's on your mind this morning. Let me leave that one.
Okay.
At least I provided small education. Let me continue with mine.
Okay.
I actually got a talking point here this morning. Okay.
Let's
leave that one.
Okay.
Until ADD can tell us where that money gone, we still asking that question. Where is the money? You say you want it. Where you put it? We need to know. Okay. Let me go to the next question. Why ADD and the rest of the people that are showing us now that the budget is A, the budget is B, the budget is C? My people, if you are under my voice, you did accounting, you did economy, you did budgeting, for whatever reason, especially people that work with budget bureaus, Performance report is cardinal document. It's a cardinal requirement that lead to follow the money. The people are lazy. Even people in their offices, they don't even use them. And we allocated in 2001 budget for Kolahun District Central High School there in Kolahun. $5. We want to make sure at the level of legislature oversight responsibility, that $5 was spent in Kolahun on Kolahun Central High. But they sit over there, they come and lecture us. They can only lecture the ordinary people in Liberia, people who don't have sophisticated education and experience. While this bunch of people sat over there, they didn't do their oversight job. The government spent money to 2021. They didn't bring any report, and they gave them new money. They are all corrupt people. They are all criminals. That's what I'm going to say. They are a bunch of criminals. Some of them have the required education. Look at Maurice Satumane over there. He's a financial expert. They sat over there, they get new money. If you go to the bank, you credit money for business purposes, and your cash flow reduced, and you don't pay the people money on time, including Access Bank in Liberia, for example, they're going to credit you the next time, brother. It's simple. Simple logic. Another correction I want to make here, just based on public records, Akara Gray did not tell the truth. ADD said during his campaign, he only going to receive $5,000 as pay. Any balance money will go to Monserrado County. ADD did not say he's going to give Monserrado County or the people $5,000. He didn't say that, just to make the record straight. You know, AB, we all have a side. I always saying this. We all have a side in our political space. But we need to try our possible best to be objective, honest, and authentic with our conversation. You cannot be public official. You only come on the radio to fool people. If I purchase a ticket, I want to go business class, private class, whatever class, it's just not that my own money. That's what I want to go with. But to come and lie to her, and later on you come and apologize and you quote the Bible, all with human beings. But that's the standard you gave yourself, ADD. That is the standard you gave yourself for all to hold you back. So you need to accept the result. They all fall almost in the same category. They do not use their oversight responsibility as prescribed by the Constitution. And that is the fundamental reasons why we're having this conversation. Solomon Joe, Kuku Dene talking about you see the woman, you open your pants. Where's my benefit? If they were doing their job as lawmakers elected by their people, you think the government is supposed to owe you? You think the finance minister should be more powerful than representative in our country than senator? No! You think chief of staff to the president, Nathaniel Magay, who does not even pronounce the word president well, supposed to be more powerful than anybody? No! But you see, our people say the baby was say their man can't sleep, they too they can't sleep. Saying they have buried their power and put it under the carpet. The boys and the girls in the executive branch of government under George Weah, they will use them. They will use them because anytime they want them to do something, they give them money to do it. Because they are dishonest people. They are corrupt people. They are a bunch of criminals. Let me come to Joel Howard Taylor. Joel Howard Taylor and the likes and the rest of the people say two crimes that Joseph Boakai had committed based on their mindset. Joseph Boakai did not say anything when he was working with Ellen as VP. He did not say anything, he took pay. He paid government forever. The second crime is his age. Madam Taylor, you are now vice president to George Weah. What are you doing? We don't hear you. Madam Taylor came to America. I was staying in Philadelphia around 2016, end of year, probably around 2017. Pre-campaign, process or time. Madam Taylor said the reasons why Liberia is not developing was based on government misdesigned national budget. The budget has been designed only to target them, government officials, personnel administration. That's it. There is nothing there for the people and the development of our country. So the CDC-led government, she was telling us, we should give them the opportunity to grab power. They will redesign the national budget to target the people. So my question to her and the rest of the people that follow that narrative, why the budget is not still targeting the people? CDC-led government and Madam Vice President, why the national budget is still not targeting the people? It's still based on personnel administration. Project, collect, and spend it on yourself. Or it's just the same old thing that Joseph Boakai did, he stayed in his lane. So you stay in your lane too. And you say nothing, you're not influencing anything to benefit the Liberian people.
All right.
All right. One more, then we'll keep going. One more. When President George, we are going to appoint somebody to take our seat at the United Nations. If you don't know, let me tell you now. Our permanent seat at the United Nations is still vacant. It's been vacant for over 2 years. It's been vacant for over 2 years. D. Maxwell Kamayan, the alleged rapist, was there. Since Joshua appointed him as foreign minister, that seat is vacant. Then when they sit down, they say that Liberians in America or abroad are causing all trouble. How can you have that important seat in terms of our government empty for 2 years? If you are under my voice, seditions, Yote Bakubel, that seat is still open. The last thing I want to say here on my mind, ADD public attorney of power is ridiculous. It's fake. It's tough political talk. Nothing inside. Public statement by government officials, it is not admissible in any court when it comes to financial management in our country. So it's a joke to come out to say on camera that he gave all the banks power of attorney to publish a personal record. No bank going to follow that, so don't take it serious. It's fake. No bank going to do it because they will get in trouble, my people. If he's serious, let him sit down and write and notarize the document and give it to all the banks. Then we know he's serious. Don't cajole us. Free talk on camera. Don't cajole us. That's not real. It'll be back to you. It's more talk.
Our number to call this morning is 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Or the WhatsApp number to call is 215-266-6509. Or you can better call on 267-938-2801. Or you can better call on 215-824-8124. That is the number to call, and we'll be waiting for your call shortly. Let me say this to you. If anybody does not trust ADD, I trust him. I trust him. If anybody does not trust ADD, I trust him. Let's keep our callers calling right now. Call on 215-824-8124. Okay. We have our first caller here. Let me be able to connect our first caller.
I got a caller here.
Caller, what is the name and where are you calling on from?
Good morning, AB. This is AB calling from Norway. Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I listened to you guys carefully laying the premises of the 30,000 case. I really appreciate you guys. But my problem here, AB, is why is it that Mele Akaros Gray from the CDC will want to make Senator DeLong to look like he is the only criminal among them? Look, we need to examine ourselves. I can remember when the opposition wrote their framework document. They said they were going to employ maybe only people who were CPP partisans. This document met with public outcry. So the guys went back to work to change the document. What am I saying? When we first heard about the 30,000, down to President William knows how the Liberian people felt about this 30,000. So all of us now saying the law took the money, he didn't take it, and even CDC lawmakers are all beating all the law. But my question is, if all of us know that this 30,000 is controversial, why is it that the president had to put it back in the budget?
Great question.
Why did he put it there?
Thank you.
Did they put it there as to set a trap on the law?
Thank you.
My second point here is, when Akaros Gray went on Spoon Network to talk about this 30,000, the finance minister sent a text message, and that text message was displayed on the screen. He said all lawmakers took the money, received the money. That's what he said.
See that?
And I think this is what gave right to Senator DeLong to come out and say, no, I have not taken any 30,000. Taking something is different from it being in the budget. So, my only concern, I want to agree with your colleague, that Senator DeLong is supposed to come up clearly and tell us, where did they put this money? Since he said he took it out. Because DeLong needs to really understand. We don't appreciate each other's sides. But I can remember clearly, everybody saw DeLong, he was like laying on Kumi's side. But when Mr. Kumi wrote them about this 30,000 and more all the lawmakers, he was the only person who engaged Kumi. And from there, he and Senator Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence decided to go and lay on JMB's side, not waiting for the appropriate process that was put in place by which they were going to elect or to pick the CPP standard bearer. So the law needs to really understand that the 30,000 here, we need clarity.
Thank you.
We're beating on him because he said he was the light.
Thank you.
Let him come out and tell us where did they put it. Thank you.
Thank you. You have another caller there?
Yeah.
Okay, take
Hello,
that caller.
caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Thank you very much. My name is Frank Gibson. I come from Paris.
All right, Frank, lay on us. What's on your mind this morning?
Thank you, thank you. There are lots of things on my mind, but first of all, I want to congratulate you for bringing value to this program, to this talk show.
Thank you.
Your analysis this morning, I don't know what side you're on, but you are balanced. Unlike AB believes Senator Dillon. I too believe Senator Dillon. Trust me. But if somebody lied twice, or somebody lied publicly twice, any other statement from that person before you believe it, you need to investigate it and see whether it is actually true or not. That was given a lie twice to the public. Lies that he had no reason to do, but he did it. So that's one. Two, the budget that has been signed into law, the $800 million budget that has been signed into law by the President of the Republic, in that budget, there is $3.6 million allotted to legislative functions.
Yep.
And community engagement. $3.6 million. And if you do the mathematics, when you divide that $3.6 million, each lawmaker is getting 30,000. Now the argument of AP this morning is that the money is in the House of Legislature's budget, the lower house, but it is not in the upper house budget. Now the question your brother on the show asks you, where is the money going to? Because we still have the $3.6 million appearing in the final budget, not in the draft now, but in the final budget that has been signed for Liberia, fiscal year 2022. Secondly, before AB Dara came to power, he said he's not going to accept any car above that government will pay $45,000 for. The justification AB gave for the first car he now using the $40,000 car, that car was already bought for the late senator. So even if he had refused the car, it was going to make no sense. So you were forced to take the car because the car already been bought. Done. We agree. But in this budget, 2022 budget, there is a budget line that says every lawmaker is going to get a $45,000 new brand car.
Yep, it is there.
Voted for the budget. It is in a budget that $45,000 car will be bought for each senator and representative. AB Dara said he's not going to accept any car that's going to pay $45,000 for. I hope AB is listening. But AB Dara didn't vote for the budget, and he's going to get a car that costs $45,000.
Okay. Thank you, Frank Gibson.
Frank, be snappy now. We got to get to other callers, please. Please be snappy.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to the final say. AB Dara now has faced the entire house. The fence of AB Dara's house is 90 meters from the ground. So you cannot even see a zinc when you are standing outside the fence. Before elections, AB said he's not going to fence his house.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you very much. But brother, you have not called me. I told you I want to talk to you, man. I'm really in need of you.
Oh, after the show, call me, my brother, please, yeah?
Okay.
I will do. I'm really in need of you, man. We need to discuss something very important.
All right, my brother. Give me a call on my WhatsApp number. I'm sorry.
Okay, we have some.
No. I will call the number later on. Please, I'm sorry, AB.
Yeah, we have Sam on the line. Sam, good morning. Sam, good morning. Sam, good morning.
Another caller here. Send. It's not answering. Good morning, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning. My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Minneapolis.
All right, Daniel. Lay on us. What's on your mind this morning?
Well, thank you very much for the topic of discussion. And, I was in Liberia for 6 weeks, and I just returned back to the United States.
Oh, welcome back, my brother.
Thank you very much. AB Dara is not an angel. Sometimes he makes some slight mistakes, and he had the courage to come back to his people and say, look, I made a mistake, and then rectify those mistakes. Those are qualities of good leaders. When you want to know a real good leader, is a leader who makes mistakes, admit to his mistake, rectify it. But how many leaders do we have in Liberia?
Say again, my brother Daniel.
Made a mistake, in this present government to come back to the public and say, yes, my people, I made a mistake. You forgive me. Besides AB Darussalam, there are two budget documents here. One, the draft, and two, the printed out version, which is the final document. In the draft budget, there is this $30,000 for senators and representatives, both houses. But in the printed version, the final budget document, the Senate decided not to accept this $30,000. So it is not there. It is not in it. So for anyone to say that you accepted the $30,000, it is not true because, first of all, it is not even in the final printed version of the document that came out. Even though it's in the draft budget, but the final printed document is not in there.
Okay.
So the question now becomes, what happened to the money?
Good job.
It cannot be Dallas Dillon because Dallas Dillon is just an individual. If the majority are corrupt and they decided to do whatever they want to do with that $30,000, they are going to do it. Dallas Dillon is not going to stop it. He's going to cause all the noise he's causing, but they're going to do it. So people cannot hold Dallas Dillon responsible and say, tell us where is the money? Where did the money go? How much share is sitting over there very corrupt, inherently corrupt?
Yeah, Daniel. Daniel.
All the guys.
Daniel.
We watch on the floor. Day after day, we watch on the floor. This young man is fighting for this country. He has refused. This young man asked for budget performance report. They have refused to bring budget performance report because they are in the majority. This young man has asked for it.
Don't sign it. Don't sign the budget. If you request for performance report, you don't get it. Don't sign it. Don't put your signature on it. Then we will know.
Okay. We have another caller here.
He signed with a condition.
Where's the condition? The budget printed already and using the money.
You cannot be alone. You cannot be alone, or you people cannot be 5 in number when you have 15 senators who have the majority. Whether you accept it or not, it's going to go ahead anyway. It's going to go ahead.
But at least you will be on record. You will be on the good side of history.
What we wait for is to see whether Dallas Dillon actually accepted this money. But the fact is that he did not accept the $30,000.
Thank you.
Because it's not in the Senate budget.
Thank you.
And I just want to say this just before I leave the line.
Be snappy, please, so other people can get on.
We from the opposition, we have to be very, very careful. You have the guys who are stealing millions of dollars. Petroleum, gasoline disappearing overnight from the FPRC. I mean, if you go to Monrovia, my brothers, who's the co-host to AB, if you go to Monrovia right now, the entire country, including ministry and agencies, are all broken down. The things any Johnson family left on the ministry and agency is the same thing you will find on it. The Senate is dirty, everything, the level of insecurity in that country. We have to pay attention and we are going to beat on our own.
Thank you.
Because of one lie or pathological liar like Akara Great King and told.
Thank you.
Is a liar, he smoked a lot. After smoking, he come out to just lie. And we should be very careful to not bring Dallas Dillon down because this is what he wants, to bring Dallas Dillon down. It is not going to happen because he's not a rule like them. So
thank you.
All right, caller, we got to let you go now, please, so that other people can get on, please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
Sam, go ahead.
Okay, Eddie, how you doing?
Yeah, we're doing quite okay.
You see, the caller just put out some information that are very good. And Francis, you see, I understand your point, Francis, and every other person that asking ADD. But you see, Liberia politics, the short time some of us been following it on Facebook and we've been having some access to information. Liberia politics is deeper than what you and myself can see. The reason why sometimes you see Dillon take certain decisions in the Senate, he doesn't take it because he have a choice. But it's like the saying goes, if you want to get 2, you have to give 1. And then you get 2. That is, you get 1 as a profit. If Dillon goes like the way he started, Dillon was going to end up like Yeke Koluba. some of Delon issues gets on the floor because sometimes Delon, I don't want to say he compromised, but sometimes he lets certain things go. Because you can't win every war. You can't have too many fronts. You need a specific front. The budget, the guy just explained to you, Delon provided the boat virgin. Those guys are running a real criminal gang in our country. They are not running a government. Did you guys ask, how you call it, Akara's grade is 700,000 that was allocated for sport, that was deducted from the original copy that was printed. Did you guys ask Akara Gray about it? Because Sir Joseph went in the house asking the recast budget, why is it that the youth and sport got another $1 million? And Delon told him that it was deducted from the original copy. Did Frank Gibson make mention of that? Are they talking about it? So these guys went and put in the rough copy or the initial copy that the Senate signed on, 700,000 for the youth and sport, and they deducted it from the original copy that they printed and sent to the various ministries and the Senate. Are we talking about it? ADD showed the Senate side of the budget. That money is not allocated. You know who that money going to? That money going right back to Abortier Samuel Twaden. So now they are trying to find reason for them to share that blame on people. That yes, we all ate the money when the other people was not part of it. You people have not understood how CDC can play their game yet up to now.
I'm telling you.
You guys have not understood it yet. Those guys already finished taking that money. Most of the time they allocate the money to the ministry, they don't give it to them. They do not give it to these ministries. The reason why you see Delon don't want to come up 100% to explain where that money go, where it come from, because Delon don't want to get in trouble with certain people that got respect for him. Even Abortier is not happy with Akara Gray running his mouth. Abortier is not happy about it. The other time they to sign their contract for the, how you call it, metal steel, and they gave each lawmaker 30,000. How much they were giving each other? 5,000, 6,000. Bob Chima stole the rest. They have to make noise about it before they could give it to some of them. Those guys are stealing from each other in that place. That's why we don't understand. These guys are running a complete criminal gang. You think why Thomas Fala getting money from all the nonsense Thomas Fala doing? Thomas Fala, let me tell you, Thomas Fala benefiting from the government more than even McGill. People not even noticing it. Thomas Fala got one of the biggest farms in Bombing AB. A lot of people don't know about it. Thomas Fala bought 20 brand new trucks recently. How many of you people know about it?
Oh.
How many of you people? The biggest farm in Bombing with basketball court, swimming pool, everything. How many people here know that Thomas Fala got a big compound in Bombing with a farm? How many people here? You people said here, the people can be stealing because they send the recast budget. The PHP, they send, how can you allocate money in the budget? The Senate did not discuss on an agreement and you just bring money. Where the $30 million came from? They don't want people to check behind them and the nonsense that they're doing in Nima County that they go camping and they said they on how you call it, a retreat. They don't want people to pay attention to these things, and they know the one person that people will talk about, everyone come out will be Darius Delon. And you see some of our people that should sit down and read between the lines, they're running with it. They allocated $45,000 in the budget to buy a new car. Have we seen Delon taking new car? Have we seen Delon taking new car? Have we seen keys being handed over to Delon? Delon challenged them yesterday with the exception of my salary. If the government can prove any transfer or transaction into my account, I resign. What more y'all want them to? Why y'all can sit down and know all these things are CDC game? CDC doing all these things so we can keep talking about the 30,000 while they carry on some clandestine deals. Liberian people, we need to be smart now, man. You know the next thing that CDC on, let me break the news to you. CDC now has already plotted to split the CPP, the UP. The same old thing they're doing in LP today, they already get that plan orchestrated by Mo Ali and the party chairman. Do you know that CDC already bought a brand new car for Mo Ali? Do you guys know the Lofa County election was so? We sitting here, we arguing why they got juking their finger in our faces, and we are arguing on unnecessary things. Do you people know all these things? Do you people know all these things? Why Mo Ali and the party chairman left from Nima a hell of time? Lofa a hell of time. because they saw the election, they came Morovia. Akara's going to come and put one smarty. We leave all the important things that will benefit us. We're running with all the petty things. Liberian people, let me tell you, you see CDC, you need to be smart how you operate with seditions. CDC do not come out unless when they're ready to do something. Anytime you see CDC bring something out that will bring noise, that will cause distraction, that will cause people to argue, something honor a Liberian people, y'all open your eyes, but sedition have played a game enough with us. Y'all open your eyes and y'all sit down and think.
Say again,
These
my
people
brother.
know you talk about Joseph Boaka, the opposition with us. When you talk about Dillon, the opposition with, why the people not say Yombly Kanga take 30,000? Yombly not in the Senate? Why they say Steve Zago take 30,000?
Or they
Why
say
are
janitor
Carlos Gray take come up?
Bocha segment.
Or Bocha Singbe? Why you think they can go to all these people? They seen 30,000 we're talking about. Edwin Snow said on the show, me are coming from my own 30,000 because I'm receiving it. Was it not the same Edwin Snow that wrote to Spoon Talk the other time and told us, oh, everyone has taken the 30,000 with session of Yombly? Why Edwin Snow did not go with that other news? You have not studied Liberian politics yet, eh? That's why CDC will keep playing you people. You people need to sit down and study CDC. Whenever you see that certain people in CDC when they talk, sit down and look. The Ko Bangalore were talking about why JMB did not carry Ko Bangalore. Did you see the post that Samuel Toy put up? Welcome back, Ko Bangalore. CDC keeps setting booby trap and we keep falling in it because you guys not paying attention. That certain people when they come out and speak, don't pay attention to it. CDC want us to keep discussing the thing, why they're stealing and why they're doing what they need to do with the recast budget. That they finger in to be able to rep the Liberian people up. Liberian people, y'all open your mind. Let me tell you. We need to open our mind and think twice, man, AB. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Love go to you.
Yeah, caller, what is your name? Where are you calling us from? Are you there, caller?
Hello, are you talking to me?
Yes, you are on live right now.
All right, thank you, Mr.
Can you increase your volume a little bit, please?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, that's the I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, there's no better way I can say it. Samuel has said it all. And I will say to us who want to see the incumbent out and a real and serious people in leaderships to take our country from where it is. We have to understand we cannot beat on the people who are standing for the right things in Liberia, and we try to put all of them in the same categories. I support Honorable Dillon, I support Honorable Yeke, because they have good intention for our nation and its people. How many representatives or senators are already speaking the truth about what is going on within the House of Senate and within the representative area? How many are they really coming out and telling the Liberian people, their employer, what is happening? A couple of days ago, I listened to Representative Sua Coco Dennis from Sorrento County. She spoke of God's oath. She spoke real talk. And I listened to her. And she called us Liberian idiot, stupid. She referred to Representative idiot, stupid, uneducated, wicked. And this is what she said. She said, why is Liberia? Why are Liberians always trying to bring people down and fighting for them?
Hello?
And killing people who are causing problems for them. We are not stranger to what is going on in the government. We have to reunite. We have to reunite. And I will say this to Brother Francis. If you have question mark on Dara's Day long, before you come out to say anything concerning what Dara's Day long said, get to him. You are a journalist. I know you are not a journalist by profession, but where you are now, you are going into the profession of area. I believe that you have access to him. Call him. Let him explain to you, and you come out. We all know, or the representatives are all criminals. They are not in favor of the Liberian people. And our biggest problem right now is to make sure that these group of people leave power. Not only the president, even the representative. We need to get all of them out of there. And I have this warning for the government of the Republic of Liberia. No matter the money they spend, no matter how much money they spend, the people are not going to vote for them.
Thank you.
Let me tell you this. If you are a government and you're doing good, you will not need to spend money for people to vote for you. Because you are not doing good.
Is that Pastor Moore?
Somebody explain. The representative was to get 30,000. They got 26,000. What happened to the balance 4,000, which came up to the amount of 293 or 94,000? Where did it go? Who received it? Those are the questions we should be asking. Darrell's they were explaining that they signed a budget of 84 million or so. When they signed the budget, and the budget came back to them, it was 60-something million. What happened to the other million? Are we asking those questions? When people try to be credible, try to bring them down. We can't do that.
Thank you.
We must always stand. This is a song that Lucky Dewey said. He said, when you stand for the truth, you stand alone.
Thank you, Pastor Moore.
This to $100, you are not standing alone. You have people who are standing with you.
Thank you.
It is just a matter of time. We come to Liberia, we will stand up for the truth. We will make sure that this government leaves power. And anything that we do to rig the election, they will have it on them. Because we will not stand up for it.
Thank you.
We will not win this election.
Thank you, Pastor Moore. Thank you, Pastor Moore.
Thank you very much and stay blessed.
Thank you. We have a caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
My name is Emmanuel and I'm calling from Virginia.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
Yeah, so let me say thanks to you and Eddie for your show and for allowing us to express our view on your show this morning or afternoon. But you see, the problem that I have with us Liberians, until we can be honest with ourselves and honest with each other, that's the only way this country will move forward. The issue of deception is too much in Liberia. The hypocrisy is too much in Liberia. Take for example, you were done if you're getting $5, because you're getting $5 every week, I envy you, and then I say, oh, when you give me that job like AB, happy right now, I will not take $5 every week. I will take $5 every 2 weeks. And then when you say, but when we start AB, we'll put you there. And then when you put me there now, I say, but I was just saying it. So this is my point, right? People are not pointing at Dylan because they hate Dylan. We are pointing at Dylan because of the vow he made to the Liberian people. That if you elect me as your senator, I will be a disruptor. Meaning that when I go to the Senate, everything that I used to do, all those small money they used to receive, as soon as they put it in the budget, I will expose it to the Liberian people. He called his fellow law, when he was in opposition, he called his fellow lawmakers wicked, evil, and heartless for putting in the budget $30,000 for new vehicle. You understand? Now, let me give you an example of what integrity is. When you go to Uganda today, Bobby Wine, the youngest politician so far on the continent, Bobby wants to for this. He said, look, I'm here for the people. Anything that does not represent the people, I will speak against it. During the COVID time, when the Ugandan executive branch of the government passed a budget to the legislature or parliament, they put in $20 million for every lawmaker. for emergency fund for Ugandan lawmaker. When Bobby Wine read the budget and saw that in the budget line, he immediately called a press conference and rejected the $20 million Ugandan money. That the money that's put in the budget for all lawmakers, $20 million each. I will not receive it, and I'll call all lawmakers to not take that, to reject the money. He did not wait for anybody to say after him. They don't have made promise 2019, 2020 that you don't want any new vehicle that costs, you don't want any new vehicle, you're not running a new vehicle, even cost for the 5,000. That any money he has received under the table, other than his salary, he'll be reported to Liberian people. Do you know that just in 2022, senators or lawmakers have received 20,000? They were editing that were on Spoon TV and exposed that. They don't tell the people that he promised that he's going to do. No. Now, here's the sad thing about our country, right? We saw the rain of 43 days in Liberia. See, the whole country is further up. These guys passed a budget with $30,000 for them. I sit down $45,000 in there for vehicle. And the guy who said he was sharing the letter on all these things signed for the budget and did not even come up to the Liberian people to say it. So why if Honorable Bear not come out to expose that money? People are going to take it. Now, the first $30,000, when I lost came out, I remember there was a Senate session that I watched, and they don't say that instead of people just taking the money, we should put the money in the budget so that people can know that the money is part of our benefit. You understand? And I think that's what they put in the benefit. All Lord, if you look at the budget, I think on make it clear. In the budget, the money is there. The $3.6 million for legislative and interaction fee is there. The 45,000 is there, and they don't sell for it. Well, excuse my be that way. I'm not yet getting the money from the bank, but Yekakroba has getting his 26,000 because the bank will take off $4,000 at interest rate. And these things are not fair. Honestly, it's not fair.
Thank
because
you.
When it's not fair when you're allowed to put that trust in you or that hope in you, you should stand up for what you say, you should practice what you preach. This is complete hypocrisy. Say you said that you are going to be the first person to speak out against those small or brown envelope. Start to speak out against it and stop taking it.
Thank you. Do we have a caller there, or else let us try to close?
Somebody called, but they went off. Let me call them back, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, call them back.
Yeah. Good morning, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning.
My name is Ramos.
This is James Derrick calling from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah. Now we got two people.
James, you hold on. And then let me send a control to Francis. Let Francis be able to pick up his call.
All right, Roundup, you can go ahead. Be quick, please. Put your point through. Another caller on the other line. Yeah, please.
Okay.
All right, go right ahead, brother.
So, gentlemen, I do not want us to be distracted from the major issues in the country. I beg, no one is perfect. We do not want to dwell on the CDC politics to get distracted. Okay? This is happening only because of CDC strategies.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. You said you got another caller there, right?
Yes. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling out from?
This is James David calling from Harrisburg.
Yeah, Abi, this is me again, Samuel. Just something I wanted to clarify.
Samuel, hold on. James David, go ahead.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of callers making comments daily on this group, that group. But they didn't looking at the president where Jensen in Ghana, while they get river, all in the city, all in your community, people they get natural disaster.
We'll discuss that Monday.
Yeah, but I'm just saying something because people are suffering in Monrovia and they just talking about 30,000, what kind of 1,000. Who allocated those funds for those people? It's the government. The government put on
it is the president was signed.
The president proposed
and they're not looking at it. And he in Uganda will recruit with all the minister cabinet, all of them going there with people, the people later in there with them. They didn't carry their own wife there with them. So those people definitely different than the terror in Uganda, and they're enjoying, and people more
Those are the
living in
rugby
water.
gang. That's a
So they're not
Liberian
discussing
standard.
that one. And everything, everybody gonna call is Delon. Yeah, I can't Moses Breaker on air. He said they said it before that they're gonna forget about this particular 30,000 here. And he coming on air, he said we take it. He's a criminal. That the first man is going to arrest. He's a criminal. So why would we praise him? I can't be brother out. Whosoever brother out, they are still criminal. They're not better than the people that took it. Why did they refuse it? So I don't give credit to the people that why some people that just are praising the people. The man is a criminal. Criminal is a criminal.
Thank you.
It is said they're not taking the money. They're not taking the money. They're supposed to take it. So
Thank
somebody
you.
go and take it and say, yeah, we take it. Then that what he not accusing say?
Thank you. Thank you.
No, he's a criminal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Amy, we get Pastor Charles Akuyo.
Yeah, Pastor Charles Ako, let him go ahead because I want for Samuel to be the last person. Pastor Charles Ako, go
Pastor,
ahead.
please be quick, Pastor. I beg you. So we'll get another caller on the other line, please. You are alive. Pastor Charles Ako.
Thank you, Brother Francis. Are you hearing me?
Yes, you are alive.
Thank you. I worry a lot about what is going on in Liberia. And I worry about us, our decision making, our analysis, our understanding and wisdom we are applying if we really want a better Liberia. It worries me a lot. And what makes it that worries me is that I don't know what really we want. And sometimes God himself is ever asking himself, why my creature called Liberian really want? Do they want criminals, murder, killer to be their leader? And at the same time, they asking me to give them leader while they are clapping for killers, while they are clapping for criminals. And then they are even going after somebody who is trying, as the Bible says, not one is righteous. But my confusion here is, I grew in the same yard, my childhood friend, and I know this guy character. But most of the people talking about dinner, I don't talk because power and money are different things. Mm-hmm. My point here is, if somebody is trying, I'm not justifying, I'm not defending. Not a day I would defend even though I was as a government official, but I know him as a person. But yet my problem is government officials, President of the Republic of Liberia, other members of the government of Liberia are stealing. We Liberia say, yeah, good, let them steal, man. Let them make kill, yeah. But Charles Aku, a pastor won't get anyone, a pastor. He called you pastor, and then I will not give the excuse. Because one thing reason I will not get excuse, when I was coming in for the theological school, one thing that at the back of my ear said, I know your pastor, you're old. I know your leader, you're old. You not half. So if it's somebody crazy that get degree, that get everything, Richard, they will go in the street, take the travel and throw it right in the middle of the street. People clap for him. It's the world we live in. But I know your pastor, the pastor child, oh, the whole pastor. So because you are old, you are leader. So that's why I don't defend Delon. Delon is held accountable today because of what he said. But what he's doing is favor Liberian people. We're not looking at him. What we look at is all the mistake, it's not all the good.
Thank you.
I think that's where he is. And if we keep doing this, like Joseph Walker. Joseph Walker never did run in Ellie Joseph and government, he never stole, he never cleaned up. But because he worked with Ellie. So everybody said, no, we want Joseph Walker, he worked with Ellie. But we clap our hands for Ellie. Ellie, a good woman. You see how confused we are? Because we're lacking the wisdom. The fear of God, so we're lacking wisdom. Yeah, thank you. I will just keep on listening.
Thank you. We have another caller before we take Sam. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling out from?
AB, my brother, good morning. Your co-host, good morning, gentlemen. I'm not smart like you guys. You people are young people. I want you to educate me. In the legislature, the major job over there is to vote. Are the Liberian people telling me, say, a 29 senator wants something, and Dylan wants say he don't want it? The 29 senator take their own money. So y'all want to tell me, say, Dylan shouldn't take his money? If Dylan not taking his money, where would that money go? Y'all please answer this thing for me. I would prefer let them all take this money here, and then Dylan should come out and tell us, say, they get them the money, they all sign for it. But everybody want to hold their one man responsible. If the man refuse the money, when it go back to government revenue, although 29 guys want to divide Dylan money, and then he just walk away and put 2 hands in his pocket to go get his car. Gentlemen, yeah, we got to be fair with ourselves. People say I'm very strict, but if I were over there, we are 30, 29 people taking money, I would take my own and come outside to explain it. You know? But everybody said Dylan shouldn't take the money. He shouldn't take the money. The 29 guys take their money. Dylan said he's not taking his money. Is Dylan money going by any revenue, or those guys going to divide Dylan money? And then he just walk away free. Yo, please answer that for me, please. Thank you.
Want me to answer that? Yesterday, I can answer it.
Okay. We have our last caller here on the line, Samuel. Samuel is our last caller. Samuel, go ahead.
Okay, you know what the last caller just said, it make a lot of sense. And you see, sometimes people don't look at things from a broader perspective. What the last caller just said, it makes a lot of sense. Akara's Gray came out and said it took the money. Why the journalists did not ask Akara's Gray why was they applying for the water flood that was taking place in Monrovia at the moment? Because part of that 30,000 is community engagement. Did Akara's Gray explain to them? No, he did not. But let me answer one of the callers why I'm making to clarify. You see, the reason why sometimes the law can play pay less attention to certain things though God does, or when they carry on some clandestine act, they don't sometimes tend to black out. Liberian people have not understood. You can't be carrying pepper bear on a rainy season, my brother, and you say you're not get cheated on you. AB, you can't be standing in pepper, you boss it. The reason why you see Yeka is not achieving anything in the Senate is because he's not really using his intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
They don't put something out there that Liberian people were smart. They don't challenge the government. You people got my account. With the exception of my salary, show me proof that you have transferred any money to my account, I will resign. Liberian people, that alone is more than enough evidence. You know what CDC doing? CDC is trying to find a justifiable reason to include everybody in their stealing they're doing. And this is why we're not getting. The people know if they say Yombly steal that money, it will not cause any attraction. If they say Bocha Singlet, it won't cause any distraction. Once they say Delon, the bigger picture here should not be Delon. The bigger picture here should be why even that money was put in there. The money was put in there because similar reason of what just happened recently when George Weah sent the bill. They called all their CDC lawmakers. They went ahead of section. Everyone said, yeah, they put their hand on the night the government motion carried. By the time the other lawmakers came in, the bill was already passed. The recast budget. Swakoko Dennis explained something to us. Listen to that woman's video and listen to it carefully. Liberian people will always destroy the people that fight for us. Delon is not perfect. If you are looking for weapon, they give you black, they give you another color. You put small black, you put small where you get gray. Gradually, you will keep putting where in that black pin and you get black. If we can get 50% of the loans in that house, Liberia will change course. But you know what? Akara's going, all the guys are ganging up on Delon. They want DeLon to be like them. Then they'll say, hey, all the sin. And we Liberian people, we're not seeing the picture. I'm not saying we shouldn't condemn DeLon, but the less condemnation we put on DeLon, other people may have a second thought and wants to be like DeLon. DeLon is not perfect, but DeLon is trying his possible best that we should applaud him and we should appreciate him. Akara's great been in our house for how many years? All the 66 bogus concession that were passed, Akara's great was a representative. Thomas Fala was a representative. Waheni, the MPA director, and today the MPA director complaining that APN terminal due is wrong for the country. He was a lawmaker at that time. He voted for that bill. All these guys, but you know why they come back to us? Because the people know Liberian people, the people that always stand for them, are the people they will always go for. Like Prophet Key can say, Liberian can always hit soft targets. The lawmakers took the money. Did we ask Akara's girl, why did you take this money when the whole war, the whole country was complaining about the money? Forget about DeLon, who will ask DeLon later. Why did you take this money? Are we discussing that? Akara's great part of that money was community initiated. There was water flood recently. What did you do with your own 30,000? What Akara's great told you? Did they ask him? But you see, Liberian journalists are not strategic when they're asking questions, and they are not smart. Like I said, and I'm saying again, AB, all the water flood are happening. The thing that CDC doing in bombing, in Nima County at the moment, they recast budget. These guys just looking for ways to deviate people mind from the original thing because all they wanted a photocopy. DeLon said he did not take the money. DeLon showed us the original, and you see what the men are doing, AB? They men can give you, they're giving us the budget, but these guys are not operating in the budget. This is the one single thing Liberian people have not understood. CDC is not operating with that paper they gave us called budget. They are not operating with it. That whole thing is just a shenanigan. They're not operating with that paper they gave us called budget. They are not operating with those things. Those guys are running their own thing the way they feel like, how they feel like. Look at the money they printed. The Senate told them to print money in different denominations. What job we are in there? In the print of 100 bill? Who's the victim to them? The Liberian people need to sit down, open their eyes, and think twice. If they get someone that advocating for them, Swakoko then they just told us, the Liberian people, how the stupid people are more, and she was right. It's exactly. The last time we did this thing to DeLon went quiet, DeLon was not talking, the Senate was happy. If we beat DeLon again today with our mouth, DeLon will go quiet. We will see who will come out to fight in our house and who will speak on our behalf. Then we'll be satisfied now. DeLon will join the criminal gang, and then finally now DeLon will be officially one of the most corrupt lawmaker in the house. Then we go back now to square zero to start looking for another one again. Thanks for the time, AB.
Thank you. Thank you.
AB, we got our very last caller here. They've been waiting for Samuel. So allow them, please. Then I do my commercial and close and we get out of here. Yeah, caller, go right ahead. Please be snappy. I beg you.
Hassan Umar.
Okay.
Copy from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the state of 2000 late. Yeah, my own goal to Ontario is great. You know, I still remember being in high school day, and people always say, we're not always looking for another late comer to be out of them. We know that corruption rate is what we're looking at. It's already on a cargo share, and you're looking for people to wrap that rate on other people that are already white. And you see, so it's not surprising. And what really happening to the young communal law is, if society now, if there is nothing good in you, society will not talk about it. The law is the modern face of Liberian politics. Is the face of modern politics in Liberia right now. The full government and opposition, everybody just looking up to them. Other people are doing the wrong thing, they are good. But they still want to celebrate the long to their way of behavior. So for me, I really love what really happened. Making you more popular every day now. And if the reason why you went out, they say, I challenge. So Elected or not, they will love belong, no matter whosoever you are. People will love you greatly. When you do the wrong, you will try and apologize to the people. And in your own family, they always say a child that does something wrong when you are married, they leave you. But when you don't get married, then you become a criminal. You see? So you're not doing well. And I will give you this as the courage. Continue what you're doing. If everybody taking what they want, it means that you are making different in society. Or if you are in society, nobody talking about your wrongdoing and your good doing, you nothing. But you know, when you do it wrong, people will talk about it. When you do it good, you don't see people talking about it. They're only looking to see how best you do the wrong thing. What are I doing? There is no problem. But when you do it, everybody looking at you. Let me continue what you're doing. Let people love you. And they will make you more popular than any other position you're doing. So that those are the things to say. Let you continue what you're doing. To get courage, we love you forever. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. All right, that is the end of our callers calling in. We are not going to take anybody anymore until we do our closing statement and also my small commercial. Okay, folks. Kanguma Multi Services, Immigrations. Kanguma Multi Services, Consulting Immigration Services. DED, EAD for Liberians is ready. That's the first breaking news. I know you got it already, but we want to make it more. If you came to the United States to visit us, student visa, any kind of visa, visiting visa, and you get people up to now before 2017, May 20, you are eligible to get work authorization to go to work to help yourself and help your family, okay? If you want to file for your husband, your wife, if you are married, you want to file for your children, once you're on green card, you are eligible. You want to file a fiancé visa, you want to do DV paper for people that want DV, maybe family members, all that stuff, family-based immigration services. We are able to help you with nominal fees as compared to lawyers. Our numbers are 267-648-8012, 267-648-8012. That is our WhatsApp number. It's also the direct number, okay? The second number is 701-330-4693, 701-330-4693. All right, AB and our audience, I want to say thank you plenty for coming, but let me close with this. I read in the comment section, and you know what? That's what makes this platform. AB, I beg you, man, don't do that. That's what makes this platform unique. We have to disagree to agree. And our disagreement is not the regular disagreement in Liberia. But let me tell you something. I've always said it, and I will say it again. We Liberian people, in and outside Liberia, we love our president, past and current. Everybody want to be president's friend. Besides God in heaven, the day we get good president for our country, that president that will have that single phrase, enough is enough. The legislature will be good, we have quality legislation, the judiciary will be good, we have fair justice. As long as we get that good president here, and all the presidents have been coming beside Richard Tubber, from Samuel Kanyando all the way to Joria, that we say our men, they are all corrupt-minded people. And not just that, everybody in the CDC government don't know what they're supposed to do. They know it. There are so many of them who are vastly educated. They got the necessary experience. They got the necessary competence that require of their job. But what they do not have is love for country, including Joshua. They got no love for country. Okay? They are not sincere also. They are a bunch of criminals and liars. They are not honest people. That's why we're having these conversations. My people, you either do or you don't do. Wrong is wrong. The wrong is wrong. Anybody who will have problem with me for that is a wrong person. We are not holding the law to this standard because we want it to be the way we want it to be. He told us he's going to be just that. And for people to come up with analogy or analysis which are flawed, but it is your right that only because 29 people will go one side and you can't go different side. That's not true. It is not true. Legislative politics in most democratic countries, majority carry the rule. That doesn't mean majority is right. The law promised us, the people, that we gave him vote, we should support him, and we did. He's going to be the light. He must be the light, or he's not the light. Simple as that. If you found a $45,000 worth for car in the budget and you are a member of the Senate, you don't have to be part of leadership. It means that folks that you put in the office that we pay for our tax dollar, they're not working because you're not making it to work. And you say you're not working. If you say you didn't see it in the budget, it means you didn't read the budget. You didn't read the budget. Whether you want to take the money, you don't want to take the money, you say you're going to let us know. Why Dillon not letting us know? Why? You're who the Dillon follower, then you love Dillon more than yourself. You tell her. But you know what I got to tell you? Nobody can cry more than the bereaved. Dillon himself have told us that he had made a lot of mistakes. He lied on himself. He has said that to us on camera. Why you want to support him? You either be a good person or you are not a good person. If he promises to be the light, he needs to be the light at all times. So you don't need to talk about citizen when it comes to integrity. You don't need to talk about Akara when it comes to integrity. You don't need to talk about Joshua when it comes to integrity. Because this is a president that told us on camera his first priority going to be to protect Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her criminal cartel. Because he's just like that. Joshua is just like Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We can prosecute anybody, but we cannot prosecute people that are closer to us. That is who they are. So when we're talking about Dallas Dillon, we should not be talking about Akara's grave. We should not be talking about finance minister. We should not be talking about George Weah. The legislators will continue to complain about benefits, their just benefit, their legal benefit, their constitutional benefit, because one thing that they have refused to do consistently, they have refused to exercise the constitutional power that calls for oversight. How can a group of people pass recast budget in 30 minutes? Come on. The president does not have the control that has, so you follow them? They $30,000 bill, Liberian people cry, they cry. The president still put it in the budget. Now, this is another issue. The executive branch prepared the budget, proposed the budget, and sent it to the lawmaker. If the president don't want something in that budget, they don't need to put it there. But he said one day because he get a cut. If the youth and sport ministry is supposed to get $3, now you're seeing $5. You're supposed to use your oversight and call the people that are responsible. But the law is not telling you all of that. Akara Gray got to come out and make a statement that didn't go down well with him before he can't tell. No, Akara Gray did not promise or anything like that. So we're not holding him to that standard. We are holding ADD to his own standard. That's what he told us. You know what? For ADD and any leader to come and say, I made a mistake, it's a good thing. But how many times are you going to make a mistake? How many mistakes are you going to make and continue to can't tell all my people you're sorry? That I can't remember. So I am sorry. You know what? We are all human beings. Nobody is perfecting perfection. We are talking about consistency, integrity, authentic leadership. That's what we're talking about, with sincerity and genuine representation. They refuse to do it. They don't want to represent or adequately using constitutional provision. So all of that the same, including ADD, they're all the same. You either provide us light to see in there, or you don't provide us light. Don't go halfway. You got to be there, because that's what he said you're going to do, my people. I want to say to everybody, thank you. You know what? Continue to join us. Go to our YouTube channel, Liberia Today Media, and subscribe and follow us on Facebook. Again, Kamuba Multi Services, Immigration Services. Our numbers are 267-648-8012, 7013304693. Don't say that. do something positive. Thank you, and thank you plenty.
Francis, that one made this show to be the way it is. Because everybody view it is very, very important. But if everyone, and I know there are some people that trust ADD, like myself, I trust him. I trust ADD to the core. I trust him. Because you know what? A leader who can make mistake, to be able to come to the audience, to be able to come to the people who elected him, and be able to come to say, oh my people, I'm sorry. My people, I'm sorry. That man, he is a good leader. The shenanigans what they see these people on, people are not seeing it. But some of us, we haven't tear up. We haven't tear up. We can see. Who told you that the president, who told you that Moses Ascari was not planted? But some of it, people, they don't know that. It is our obligation for us to be able to come here, to be able to educate you people on that. What most we do, I want to tell you thank you. Thank you for coming. You can go down our YouTube channel. Very soon we'll be having our TikTok channel as well. Very soon we'll be having our Instagram channel as well. So keep tuned and have a God bless day. God's willing, we'll be here Monday. God's willing.